Alright, so we got a couple of languages here. Espanol, Filipino, France, Yakuza, Portuguese, Russian beach, and Turkey. So, English. Let's go. This is one of my first animation softwares ever. Oh, there's only a bit. They didn't add much, which is good. That's really good. I like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. My nostalgia. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's coming back to me. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I make something really good. I don't want to disappoint my old self because this is where I started animating, man. Like, come on, man. M28, a dash punch, and Goku just censor because he's the GOAT. And also, you see the barrage effect, right? What you can do is take notes. Yes, you can go to sticknotes.com. You do this on your phone, and the thing that makes it literally a shit code is that you don't have to do effects. You can just download it. Go to effects, barrage, boom. And you just have to like paste it. So it's pretty easy to animate. So my experience is, this is a 9 out of 10. Easy 9 out of 10. Since this is very much beginner friendly and it trains your sense of motion. It's a trait that the best animators have. And many industry professionals use this, like David. I love this software. This trained my sense of motion pretty much. And that transferred towards my animation journey. And it helped me a lot. So this is a 9 out of 10. You don't need to have drawing skills to use this. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Let's go to the next software. Okay, so I just basically sketched this random front-facing drawing and I'm gonna make her blink. I think the liner's pretty clean. What do you guys think? Ibispaint, the software that I use all the time in school. I tried to go for a darker hair color at first, but it didn't look good. It doesn't fit with the cadence of the line art because they're both dark. And two dark things have no contrast. I just changed her hair color to blonde. That works better with that thick line art. The whole process was really satisfying. I remember doodling in school and really enjoying it. I wanted to use this more than anything else since this is really fun. This is super fun. I love how you can just make something out of your fingers. It also like tests your fundamentals to some extent since you gotta pull something off with your fingers. And if you have a good baseline of fundamentals, then you're still gonna pull off some quite decent art with just your big buff fingers, you know? I love how you can also like just swipe the frames below, just like a FlipaClip. Also, the superior advantage this has over FlipaClip is this has liquify. I don't know if FlipaClip has that. It certainly has transform, but it also has so many features that you can just take advantage of it. So my thoughts on this? Satisfaction is at 10 gazillion, and for the technicality, I'll give it a 9.3. It's easily a 10 out of 10 if it has a widescreen option, and if it has tween, oh my gosh, they're just being too generous at the point. But you can basically do that with a light motion. That's how some people make those tweening animations in Ibispaint. But yeah, it's 9.3. This was the most satisfying software that I used here. Next software. FlipaClip. This was hard to use. Who would have thought that using your fingers makes it hard? Anyways, in FlipaClip you have a 720p canvas. The onion skins though is it's kinda dark and you can tweak the percentage of the opacity. I can't adjust it in the free version, so I just relied on no onion scans and just flip through frames like it's traditional. The one thing that I really like about FlipaClip is that you can do motion here because of how the timeline is structured. Many legends came from this software for a reason, and some even make some really good MVs in here. This used to be the only software in mobile that you can do rendered stuff. Now it's competing with Ibispaint. One of the biggest challenges that you'll encounter as a FlipaClip animator is that you'll have to duplicate the frames so that you can increase the duration of your animation. It's a pretty usual thing for FlipaClip animators to do, so be expected to do hundreds or thousands of duplicating. But it's the same thing for every other mobile animation app, so you can't really complain. For other animators, they really prefer doing mobile, so think of it as like mobile's main animating software. Its interface is self-explanatory that you can just understand even when you just started. This whole animation just took me 40 minutes. I didn't want to spend too much time here since I still gotta try the other softwares. It offers everything that's basic, nothing too crazy, and yeah, it's good. It's a decent software. Not as intuitive though as others may think. So this is an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, yeah. 雪花飘飘. Okay, Pencil 2D. This is the most basic ass software that I used in a long time. Yeah, that's about it. Also use this cool perspective thing. This software is pretty responsive. I think that's because there's so little features that it doesn't lag the program which made the whole process quite satisfying. I think this is the kind of software you get just to get the feel of what animating is like. So overall, this is a 6.5 out of 10. Shortcuts were easy to use, was surprisingly satisfying to use as well. Cell-based, so you can barely render in this, and it has no camera. Okay, Opentoonz. Opentoonz was surprisingly fun to use. This is Ghibli's main animation software and it has so many features. It just has some room to use some really technically rich options like timesheets and layering, and other complex shenanigans that complement industry workflow. That's why Ghibli uses it. Opentoonz was pretty chill. There's a camera thing too, which is pretty nice. I had some issues with the shortcuts early on, which was super weird. At one point I deleted all the shortcut keys and it took me an hour to bring it back, so that was annoying. It can get really daunting though. Like, the layering system is something that I don't even get here. Hold on. Okay, so it starts. It is not simple, but it is very reliable when you get the hang of things. But all in all, it's a really fun software. My whole experience was pretty satisfying as well.
In the upper right tab of Opentoonz, click animation, and then we're gonna go down to effects schematic.
What the You can also do twinning in here, which makes it top tier for a free software. I implemented a bit of twinning in the background to make it more flowy with the animation. So my score is 9 multiplied by 2 minus 10 plus 0.399 over 10. What? Next, software. Why is it in Krita that when you press CTRL, it turns into an eyedropper tool, bro? That one setting messed me up so bad, and I can't even remove it. This is Teleport's main animation software. I can't use the CTRL and R keys, which are the main keybinds I use, since when you press CTRL, it changes to an eyedropper, and the next thing you know, you can draw, since it becomes white when you press the canvas. So I'll try changing it to a keybind that I'm used to, which is R. What? Help. Help. Help! What is going on? What is going on? Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on, guys. I'm figuring things out. Enclose? Oh, no, that's enclose. Nah. Freehand selection. Bump. Delete. Bro, I just deleted the background. What the f? And when you press R, it changes into this layering thing. So it felt like a total counter to what I'm used to. So I just said, frick it, and just followed to end it quickly as I can. Because this was not satisfying at all. This software is cool and has features that can make a rendered animation, but it makes basic functions a hassle because of some random weird mechanics. So you have to do some tweaking before it becomes usable in animation. It's like playing a new genre of the game. Instead of having the usual interface that you encounter, you have Krita, which is entirely a new interface that just makes certain basic things complicated. Another weird thing with Krita is when I load up an animation, it's laid out in the standard industry cell-based workflow, which is unnecessary to be honest. You know, this seems like an 8.5 since it's good, but the learning curve is not. You have to set up keybinds and other shenanigans to make it run smoothly. So I'll rate it a 7 out of 10 because it was a direct counter to my workflow in Clip Studio, and I just wanted to end it because of that one setback. But this is very much viable when you learn it still. And you can also twin, which is nice. This is a hidden gem for anyone wondering out there. I'll consider this free since how you can get this software is, you know, maybe you can get this in your crusty grandma computer. Many masterpieces was made in this software like Gozu's layouts, Mickey Mouse shorts, Crimson Alpine, the Animator vs Animation series, and even this thing is made in Flash. This homes some of the most legendary animations that you might have encountered. The software is incredibly complicated. You have to know your way around so many macros to pull off good animations. Also, fun fact, I did a Skibidi toilet opening in this software. I was in a desperate situation, guys. I'm sorry. Flash is a software that takes people the longest to learn, and people usually who use this are stuck with it due to its unique interface that takes a lot of effort to learn and cater to. I didn't really get to maximize utilizing the symbols of this software, but I can show you guys a thing or two of what this is capable of. Let's say you want to make fire, right? So yeah, we can basically put this fire anywhere now. And it can repeat itself. We can like do crazy things with the background as well. And we can tweak the easing. This is a really fun part. So you have this. This is so random. This software is a beast when utilized properly. The interface and responsiveness is super smooth. It is known to crush hopes and dreams though, by crashing out so often. That's just something you have to accept when using Flash. This has one of the best playbacks in all softwares that exist. Not to mention its legendary twinning and symbol-based workflow, which allows for some crazy stuff. So my score for this is 9 over 10. 9 over 10. The learning curve is steep, but the best outputs is produced here. Among all the softwares, this is the software that has the highest skill floor, and you have to know your way out of many tricky mechanics to pull off what this software is truly capable of. Wait, what am I saying? This is an easy 9.8. 9.8 out of 10.
In this tutorial, we're gonna go over how to animate in 2D in Blender, even if you've never...
Blender. This is my second time using Blender. First time was just me checking it out in our school. Now that I'm looking back at this, I didn't think I utilized the features of Blender. Catering with the shortcuts, I think is much more complicated than any software that I've seen. But basically, I think the main purpose of Blender is utilizing its 3D stage to like complement the 2D animation. So I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to take advantage of the 3D camera layouts. I'm sorry, I just did a super simple animation. So needless to say, you will need a lot of practice. In using this software, I barely had any knowledge and I just watched one beginner tutorial. So my rating, I can't really give a rating to be honest. Maybe for a beginner, it's 6 out of 10. But I think you can go up to 10 easily. Oh yeah, I just spent 15 minutes on this because learning Blender is a hassle. It has a skill curve of its own. So yeah, that's my score, 6 over 10, because I'm a noob. But even then, this is a cool software. I've seen many people take full advantage of this. But if you're like learning 2D animation though, or painting, this is not recommended. You gotta have certain fundamentals already carved into you before you use this. So for learning, this is really not recommended. But for executing your ideas or rendering, this is super good. This is very, very good if you learn it. Okay guys, it's the end of the video. Okay, so we're done with the video. Just wanted to say that I've been quite inactive in my standards. And the thing is, I didn't even take a break. Like, I was working the whole time and I still managed to not upload this long. Also, I work on this MV. Check it out. Anyways, I think my YouTube channel has like crazy potential. So I'll definitely put all my attention in here. Please look forward to like stuff that comes out. Anyways, thanks for watching. If this gets many views, I might do an all-star version, like all the softwares, even if it's paid. I'm gonna tier them. And that's it. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey.